All right. Welcome to episode motherfucking one. I'm about to press record on my laptop because I got two fucking mics going. I don't know how this is gonna work. So I'm doing the visual with one mic and fucking audio with another mic. Fucking heart is beating. And I'm a one take J type of person. I'm not about to edit because I ain't got no fucking editing team. The money ain't all the way up yet. But I'm about to play this intro beat and then I'll tell you the inspiration and the artist behind it. Yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna rap a little bit because I think I'm the shit. Yeah. Remember when you used to rap in seventh grade and you didn't get paid to talk shit? Now you pay to talk shit and you got a new platform to do it. And I'm about to spread this knowledge. I'm about to spread this wisdom. And I got a lot of shit to talk. Where the beat go? Yeah. So I gotta click over to my little talking points because I'll tell you in a minute how I feel like I'm a little ADHD. Okay. All right. So this intro beat was made by Darren Flywalker Givens. That is his Apple Music name. But I know him as Fly. Met him in 2009 in Mississippi State. So shout out to Mississippi State. We had some amazing times. If you were a part of our crew or outside the crew or just at Mississippi State in general. But yes, so I know him from the blog era days where people was just making beats because beat making was just the thing to do. Music was just the thing to do, and consuming it at a level and creating it at a level that, whew, I don't even know that we'll ever see again. The quality, but yeah. So that was our intro beat. I prepared that beat, the inspiration behind it. Well, I prepared the thought for the inspiration behind it because I love the song Finito. It is by Chief Keef, if you didn't know. And honestly, like, shout out to the DJs who are going to play Finito over Dreams and Nightmares. Like, shout out to the DJs who are going to play the second verse in Finito. Sometimes you just gotta fucking blow New Jersey up. I don't know. But so the reason that you're even fucking watching this is because you may know me or you may know of me. I feel like I'm moving my hands a lot right now, like I'm in a fucking Love and Hip Hop special in the confessional or something. And so like it's given a moment of like Ricky Bobby, what do I do with my hands? For folks who are fucking not visually tuning in, my hands are just flying everywhere. But yeah, my name is Taylor Ryan, and I started this movement media platform. It's called T for Talking. What we're going to do on this platform is we're going to encourage Black folks, and particularly adults, to write and to read more. We're going to have a podcast section, of course, where we get some visually pleasing aesthetics. We have some great conversations of sharing words and wisdom with all different type of topics with all different type of Black folks. But the main point is to get more people reading and writing, specifically Black folks, because I don't know if y'all know this, but our literacy rates are fucked. And we're also currently just not writing enough, which means our history isn't getting captured enough. When I'm going to all these different museums and I'm talking to these curators, they don't have enough content or context or even just language to carry to develop an ensemble or a space or an exhibit where we can be showed off. And a lot of that is because we don't trust, entities. We don't trust folks. And a lot of that is also because some of us just don't know what the fuck going on or how to preserve our history. And so I'm trying to shine a light on that, but also in a perspective of like fighting these literacy rates. Like in Kentucky, our literacy rates are fucked. We have, according to the World Population Review, only 10% of our 2024 students are reading at an advanced level. So when you think about that, you got to think about when you were a kid. Like I'm 34, so when I was a kid, nigga, it was embarrassing to not read at an advanced level. You wanted to get the stars with your name across the classroom. You wanted to make sure you were taking the accelerated reader motherfucking test to make sure you was getting in all those extra fancy lunches or whatever the incentive was, like a popcorn fucking Tuesday. Yes, sign me up. I want to be there because it makes you feel exclusive. And everybody wanted that. Everybody really engaged with their nerdism, and their literacy rate was probably fucking higher. I ain't looked that shit up. I'm just looking up the now. So also, like, the adults. What's up with us? 1 in 5 American fucking adults can read at their reading level. Like, the average adult reading level in Kentucky is third grade. It's third grade. So when you're thinking about how people are influenced or how people vote a certain way, you got to also consider like their fucking reading level. You got to consider their academic level. Like my papa, God rest his soul, like I don't even think he finished elementary school. So these are the folks who are fucking voting. Like they don't have the education or the words or the knowledge to even know that they're voting against their own self interest. And so, like, it's up to motherfuckers like us and other motherfuckers out in the world who got to just share this information and break shit down in a way that's digestible. Shit going over folks' head and folks is voting against themselves. So one thing I'm gonna do to like combat that is in the spring. I wonder do it like, oh, you can't see my legs because I'm cocked, bro. So in the spring 2026, I'm going to launch a writers cohort. It's going to go along with the T for Talking media platform, where we're going to we're going to engage adults around the idea of getting exposed to different writing techniques, different writing topics, different ways to write without having to pay for a writing class, without having to listen to a white writer or a white authoress. We're going to expose Black folks to other Black writers so that they can create one, a mentorship bridge if they got the time, talent, capacity, and interest. And then two, the whole idea is to expose them and pay them for the work that they create. We need more folks writing. And so my mission at T for Talking, along many other things I'm doing in the world, is to literally get funds to be a conduit to pay Black folks to write more, to pay Black folks to talk and speak more about their experiences because we are the experts in our lived experience. And we got to get that shit on wax, or paper, or wax fucking paper if you're doing an art project, because all this shit matters. Our expression matters. And so that's the goal. I want to elevate Black folks so we can talk about love. We can talk about liberation. We can talk about how we have basic fucking skills that have nothing to do with like going to college to get more knowledge. So yeah, let's see. I'm about to tell you a little bit about myself because I just like hopped into a whole bunch of shit. And that's kind of where that ADHD comes from. Like, I got these points because if I don't have them, I'm going to just be all over the place. I do know one thing I'm going to do next episode is instead of having the laptop here, I'm going to have these cute little talking point cards, cue cards, and they're going to have my logo on them. So, like, just imagine that I'm like, eat, sound of the bed. Now, that's also one thing I don't know is like I've looked it up several times, and I maybe should have just asked somebody that I know runs a podcast. But here I am, it's fucking 12:37, and I said the podcast drops at 12 noon. So this is my life. But I don't know if I can share or say fucking music lyrics. Like, I don't fucking know. Okay, so a little bit about me. If you know me or don't know me, I live in the west end of Louisville. I'm not from Louisville. I'm from Paducah, Kentucky. So shout out to PKY. We got the 8th of August pulling up real soon, right around the corner. It is the day of liberation for folks who are in Western Kentucky. It is our Juneteenth. So yeah, we always looking for sponsors for the 8th of August. If you want to pull out that cash. But yes, so I'm supposed to tell you a story. But oh, I'm also supposed to give you a disclaimer because some of you all know that I run an organization in the city of Louisville, and the disclaimer here is that in this space, this ain't that, and this ain't got nothing to do with that. So these are like Taylor Ryan's thoughts. This has nothing to do with the reflection, or it doesn't reflect my fucking organization. I don't want to hear, oh my gosh, change that, change tomorrow thinks this because Taylor Ryan said that. No, these are two different fucking things. This is my platform to say what the fuck I want to say, saying it off of Facebook, saying it in my way, and paying Black people to say what the fuck they want to say. This is an LLC, bitch. Get into it. Um, so yeah, I just made sure I said that before we get any further. So you're probably tuned into this podcast and this media platform because you think I'm gonna say something messy. Or let me check and make sure this shit's still recording. All right, still recording. Whew. All the things still green, blue, yes. You're probably also going to like listen to this podcast if you know you're gonna learn something from me. I'll be spitting that shit, here and there, doing my thing, and it really just come off the dome. So it's not really about like looking up the research all the time. It's like nigga be knowing shit because nigga be going through shit, and nigga be googling what the fuck just happened here. So if you go to work every day and you come home and you smoke a blunt to decompress, or if you go to work every day and what the fuck, and you don't smoke a blunt to decompress, this podcast is for you. Either fucking or, because I'm in between right now. You know, sometimes I'm smoking, sometimes I'm not. So either way, this shit's for you. You also tapping into this motherfucking podcast because my voice is so sexy. Um, all my life, people have told me I need to do something with my voice, and here the fuck we are. Where do we go from here? I need to know. That's the second time I have sang a lyric, and I still don't know if I have clarity on that. But what I can say is that's how my brain works. So you're gonna hear a lot of that. I hope I hope none of these famous people are mad about that because at some point they're gonna hear this episode because we speaking that shit. Um, you're also gonna listen to this podcast like if you want to make something from fucking nothing. Like if you know anything about me, that's what I do. I came from shit, and here we are, fucking in Miami, in a fucking workspace that's beautiful to fucking record this first podcast episode at midnight because I'm a procrastinator and still was able to just universally align with this beautiful ass space and had all the right things. Huh. Um, so speaking of like making nothing from something, I did get authorized to play a snippet of Shloob's fucking latest release. It is called Sick. I'm gonna pull up my Apple Music and you can download it as well. S.I.C. And I should have my volume up to play this snippet at 120 because I'm prepared. What the fuck is happening? Yeah, good nigga swagger like a villain. I'm just Louis living Second Street, bridge to Indiana, trying to dodge that ticket. Wasted baby, threw up right on hill. Just to be specific, where your manners. I don't want that coochie. You got dirty dishes. I ain't tripping. You do what you do. I'm gonna mind my business. Here's the plan. First we fast some money, then you'll fast my bitches. Day and night, ain't no other life that I'm trying to live. Look at me, fuck, I got a lie. I ain't telling fibs. Sorry, baby, need me a couple M's before I have some kids. I'm a chop, broken at the QB, ain't no quantum biz. Summer's over, getting close to fall, bitch, I got a ball. So I did not like prepare on when I was gonna stop that shit. So you just heard about 40 seconds of Shloob's fucking latest release. It's called Sick. Go to Apple Music and download that shit. I did get consent, so I do know I can fucking play that at least. Alright, fucking back to my talking points. Um, I have no like stupid way to segue into this, so let's just talk about like why I'm in this beautiful ass fucking space. Like, I'm in Miami looking for the hoochie daddies. That's my brain doing it again. But yeah, so we are in Miami. I brought my best friend down here, Brittany. Shout out to Brittany Griffin. Brittany Griffin runs Custom Design Academy. She has a beautiful daughter who runs Bath Wonderland. Started it when she was 7. Now she's 13. And Brittany is also the latest CEO and founder of Black Ass Camping, where she is exposing Black folks to getting back into nature, building their survival skills, and learning how to camp and do basic survival shit. And there's also a Junior Black Campers, which has a youth component. That fucking ad was brought to you free by fucking me because that's my best friend and that's what the fuck you do for your best friend. But yeah, it's her fucking birthday and bitch turned fucking 40 years old. So brought that brought that old motherfucker to fucking Miami so we can go to Chris Brown concert. Because one thing we gonna do is we gonna spend money on the concert. And when I say we, I mean me. I'm gonna get the fuck in. I'm gonna pay for the most VIPest fucking ticket I can because Auntie is tired. I'm about to be 35 in December. I'm not going to the nosebleeds. And that's not no shade to nosebleeds because like I said, I'm an avid concert goer. I love concerts. My favorite fucking in my first concert was Kanye West in middle school. That motherfucker came to Murray fucking State. I put on a fucking wife beater, fucking white tank top, and had fucking permanent markered bubble letters Kanye West on my fucking shirt from the nosebleeds. Like he was gonna fucking see me. So shout out to the nosebleeds. Everybody has an experience somewhere. All fucking concert seats matter. But yeah, on the fucking floor at the Chris Brown concert. That motherfucker. That's why we're here because we needed to fucking see 20 fucking years of Breezy. Goddamn it, bitch. Like, like I said, we was in fucking eighth grade, fucking dance, fucking battling with people and shit. Like, we wasn't standing on the motherfucking walls. We was getting that shit the fuck in, fucking tagging our fucking friends in that bitch and shit, fucking going home from school and learning dance routines and doing the dance routines at the fucking dance. And to get in the dance, you had to pay like the fucking can good. Like, niggas ain't doing that shit no more. This ain't, and then ha ha in your fucking face. Motherfuckers wanted to be rappers. Motherfuckers wanted to be drummers. Motherfuckers wanted to be dancers. So shout out to the movies. All right, leave. So yeah, I'm in the stage of my life where we're paying for comfort, baby. We ain't going broke no more to do it, but we're paying for comfort. We gonna do what we gotta do. Speaking of comfort, because we turning 40, some of us are turning 40 in this bitch. We also want to give a shout out to Tiger Balm, ibuprofen, water, H2O. Want to give a shout out to these Health Daddy Wow supplements. I don't know why I put them further away. You can't fucking see that shit. But this is sea moss. Take that in the daytime. It's gonna help you. Oh, here we go. Promotes thyroid health, dissolves your mucus, and aids in your weight loss. I take 3 of these bitches in the morning. And then there's also the herbal magnesium. So I went to Frank Stoner at the West End Farmers Market, shameless motherfucking plug. Um, and I asked him like, because I want to stop smoking and AKA have fucking stopped smoking, who fucking knows? Some days I feel this way, some days I feel that way. But in the process of stopping smoking, it is difficult if you fucking are a stoner, you already know. It is difficult to fall asleep. And so I walked up on Frank, and because he is the hood medicine man, I don't even know if I can say that, but I just fucking said it. So don't go after him. I didn't say he was an MD, but he practicing with me anyway. So I asked him, "What the fuck do I need to do to go to sleep?" And he told me, "Fucking take magnesium." He didn't say fucking. I'm saying that, but then he said, "How's your what did he say? How's your stool?" Basically, asked me how I shit. So I'm like, I'm regular, you know. I'm 2 to 4 times a day. I don't want to hear nobody go 2 to 4. Yes, bitch, 2 to 4. That's regular. Some of y'all ain't shitting in 2 to 3 days. You need to do something. Get your fucking fiber. So, or fucking take magnesium because apparently it makes you shit. And I already be shitting. So, episode 1, too much information. Not going back and editing it out. But yes, take your herbal magnesium. It's fucking important. We're getting to that age and stage where you gotta take supplements. You gotta fucking do the things you need to do to fucking stay alive. If you fucking want to stay alive. Um, and sometimes you have to like fucking write about your experiences. And that's my stupid way of going into this next fucking topic. So, about 4 months ago, I wrote an op ed and It was published in local media. I would say three different local media. So shout out to them. I don't know if I can shout them out on here, so I'm a not. But shout out to them. If you fucking Google it, and you'll see it. But yeah, about 4 months ago, I wrote an op-ed, and it was just talking about like the lack of spaces to organize in because we gotta do some shit. Like the some shit gotta get done, and it's been difficult to like find places to do said shit. And I know you're like, what about the church? What about the church? Like, I'm sorry, but I it's been difficult to work with churches. And as empty as spaces be, I think that's one issue I have with not even just the church, but just spaces and the lack of the utilization of said spaces. So if you got a space that's open Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, why is the space not doing something with somebody else on a Monday and the Thursday and the Saturday? Like, why are we not filling in the gap? If there's a business that's open from 10 to 2 every day, what's happening before 10? And what's happening after 2? Why are we not creating multi concept spaces where people can use and utilize to fucking better our fucking people? Like, we not pulling our resources together. We're not fucking working together. We ain't getting sugar from our neighbors no more. The least we could do is go in on some motherfucking business to elevate our shit. So it's difficult to find places to organize. And I'm wondering if like people in other cities feel the same way. Like, where are you all going to organize? Of course, the library and of course community centers. But sometimes community centers can be difficult in the way of like sometimes they're not open late enough. They're open just enough for the time being of like getting out off work. You get off work, you get take a shower, maybe not get there, and they're closed. So like, what spaces are you all using on like a recurring basis that are allowing you to organize and be proactive in your neighborhoods? Or like, are you creating those spaces out of other spaces? Are you going to people's houses? And I know what we're doing, so like, it's not that we have no solution. It's just that it's become really difficult to utilize spaces in the amount of abandoned spaces that are throughout the city. And this ain't just a reflection of Louisville. This is a reflection of so many other spaces where you know you could be using that abandoned house. You know you could be using that fucking abandoned church. You know you could be using that gym, but it's not being utilized. They ain't even playing basketball in the gym no more. Like we are in well, right now I'm in Miami, but we in the fucking city of Louisville, there should be thousands of fucking boxing gyms. There should be thousands of boxing programs and places for fucking people to organize. And organize don't always just mean sit around and fucking think and vision, but it means like how we gonna move forward? How we gonna fucking build? And then nobody wanna fucking talk about how hard it is to have a meeting at a coffee shop. Like, I know motherfuckers run on Dunkin'. I know, like, you want to be anti corporate and support your local coffee shop. I am said people who is anti corporate who want to fucking support your local coffee shop. But every day, that shit add up. Motherfuckers is getting broke out here. Like, I don't know if people are paying attention, but they're rolling everything back. Motherfuckers ain't gonna have SNAP and Medicaid by 2027. And you want us to go have meetings at coffee shops where we are innately engaged and forced to participate in some type of capitalism where we're not only getting the drinks, but we're also getting the food. And if you're there long enough, you're getting drinks and food and drinks and food, which is like great. You know, I'm never against shopping local. That ain't what the fuck I'm saying. But I'm saying, why the fuck are we having meetings at the coffee shop when that shit is loud as fuck? Like, you go in the coffee shop, you trying to have an intro meeting with a donor, or you're just trying to get to know a motherfucker, have a one on one. And as soon as you have say, hello, who are you? Motherfucking, they back there getting on the motherfucking internet like it's the 1990s. Like, what the fuck going on? The fucking steamers going, fucking espresso machines going, somebody screaming about the fucking orders and shit. And we think that's the place we need to be organizing. Like, I think we need to think bigger, goddammit. And thinking bigger sometimes fucking means thinking smaller, like fucking meet in somebody's backyard. That should just be loud. And I'm not complaining in a sense of like Never go to coffee shops to have meetings. But bitch, I'm self-diagnosed ADHD. That means autism and ADHD. It is fucking difficult to pay attention in a coffee shop where I fucking know half these people and I'm trying to focus on you and they're like in the corner. Then it's difficult. I can't hear what you're saying because I'm also listening to the music that they're playing. And then I'm also distracted by fucking dude back there who is playing with the motherfucking steamer. All while we're trying to have a meeting. So I'm overstimulated. I'm overstimulated. Like folk like me can't just go in the coffee shop and read a book. I don't even know like when the last time I could just go into a coffee shop and be like, oh, I'm going to focus and read this book. But I am gonna do a stupid ass segue into the book I am fucking reading right now. I'm also a slow reader because I don't like good books to end. And I'm really big on like underlining and then segueing off into other things and getting distracted by the topics within the book. And so, if you are listening to me talk about doctor stories, the rainbow ain't never been enough. I've been talking about it for months. I am not even halfway, but I don't have no shame in that. Honestly, I don't have no shame ever. So I've been reading that book, and it's just such an inspiration to one be an ally of the LGBTQIA2S motherfucking plus community, but it's talking about how folks are queer folks in particular are queer black folks in particular are portrayed in the media and how people experience them through that lens of demoralization, through that lens of dehumanization, through that lens of being an other and an oddity versus just being a fucking person who deserves love and fucking attention like everybody else wants love and attention and affection. Um, so yeah, shout out to Dr. Story, local authoress in Louisville, Kentucky. Buy the book, The Rainbow Ain't Never Been Enough. It it is fucking fire. But yeah, it's fucking hard to find free spaces to organize. We've worked with some community centers in the past. Like, there's been a time where we booked a community center, like, Googled them, called them, booked the space, got to the space, and the space was empty. Space has not been open in years. Who did we talk to? How was this? Like, pulled up several cars deep, ready to do what we do, and just nothing. So we got to really do better. Um, some spaces are also difficult to access just because, like, we can't afford it. Like, where are the free spaces to organize? So we do got to shout out the library system because couldn't I can't talk about community organizing spaces without talking about the library because one, the library is like you got to use it or you lose it type of thing, and I don't know if people know about that. Like, you need to go to your library and get your fucking library card. You need to go to your library and use your fucking library card. The more you use your library card, the more the fucking system sees that you're using it, the more the government will put into the fucking library. And I don't mean like, but I'm talking about the local government. So in order for the bread to move, you got to use the space. You have to book the space, and you have to book it the right way. You got to go on their system and book it. You can't just pull up and use it because that's not in writing. They need that data. So if we don't use some spaces, we will lose some spaces. And the times we in right now, we losing, and we're not being proactive. So we need to start identifying some free spaces to utilize to fucking advance our shit and be proactive and get ready to fight the fucking shit that we about to be up against. But I also do want to give a shout out to folks who are allowing folks to use their spaces for free, who are creating multi concept spaces based on the need. You've got the bakery. The bakery is in the California neighborhood. That space is a space where folks can utilize. It is a co-working space, up and coming. They're about to start selling shares to black folks, so people in the fucking community can invest, put their dollar in some shit that they also see ownership in. And they're allowing folks right now to just utilize the space for free. when you're having a meeting or when you're fucking just gathering, having a fucking event. So utilize that space. And I'm talking locally about Louisville, Kentucky. If you just fucking tuned in, I don't know, halfway fucking through, or honestly at the end, because I was trying to make it to 45 minutes, but I don't really got nothing else on this motherfucking list. So quick fucking pilot today. But yeah, I also want to give a shout out to Lafisa at fucking Hip Hop Sweet Shop. Hip Hop Sweet Shop is in the Russell neighborhood in Louisville, Kentucky's West End, and it is a beautiful bakery sweet shop based on like the history of hip hop. The menu is extensive. The menu is curated, particularly for the folks who consume these products. Like she's got so many specialty products. They all are intentionally crafted. She puts her motherfucking heart and soul into these products. But she also allows folks to utilize that space after hours. So I believe she closes at like 6 p.m. At 6 p.m. You can have a meeting there. At 6 p.m. you can have an event there because she's closed. Because that only makes sense. Like why invest in a space and have a building when you can't open that space and building beyond the hours? Like we should really be thinking forward instead of being always reactive. So my throat is becoming dry, and with that, I do want to create like a call to action to say like, motherfuckers, open your spaces. If you have a big ass house, if you have a big ass building, if you have a fucking warehouse, let people store their shit there. Let people use it for storage. Let people organize there. Let people get it fucking advanced. Like the shit don't make sense when you have excess and you ain't creating no access. So if you are local to Louisville, Kentucky, and you have space to provide, or you are looking for space because you are a local community organization, or just a local community organizer, or just a fucking person looking to have a birthday party somewhere in your neighborhood, fill out the form tinyurl.com/CTCT community space. It is a form for folks to fill out to say, I have space. This is the type of space I have. I have parking, ADA accessibility. I have AV classrooms. I have this type of space. I have a gym. I have a pool. We need to know what type of amenities you have so that we can connect folks to things that they need. If you have a fucking space for podcasting, set that bitch out because right now I'm sitting in the motherfucking hotel in Miami and motherfuckers need to know. And I ain't the only podcaster in fucking Louisville. So set your space out. Set your space out if you close at 2 p.m. Open that bitch back up at 3 and have a whole different concept. People need fucking places to fucking congregate. People need motherfucking places to conversate. God damn it. But yeah, I also want to give a second shout out to Dr. Story. She has inspired me to rewatch Pose, and like she talks about so many other like plays and videos and movies and documentaries that I'm trying to like make a list and go through because again I get off on tangents. So if I'm reading a book and the book telling me to do something different, I'm gonna go do those things and then come back to the book and it's my learning process. And so right now I'm rewatching Pose and some shows just have like that vibration that they send out that is just going to break you down and build you back up. But in the process of breaking you down and building you back up, you're just gonna fucking cry. You're just gonna fucking cry. Like, I would say This Is Us is another one of those shows where it's just like, wow, I was just watching a show and now I'm bawling. And so, because this is the pilot to T for Talking media movement media platform, trying to share black voice and black spaces and elevate black folks in a space that is fucking safe to be who the fuck you want to be. You want to come on this bitch with no fucking bra on, do what the fuck you need to do. But because of that, I pulled this quote from the pilot of Pose because I'm trying to build with you, you know. This is the pilot episode. I pulled a quote from the pilot episode, and this is when Blanca is talking, and she's talking about being trans and the experience that they had back at that time, and even it's the same fucking experience they're having now. And she just says like flat out, we do not have the luxury of shame. Yeah, we don't. We don't have the luxury of shame. And I want to leave you with that because like sit on that shit. Like you you got that shit pinned up and you ain't sharing your shit, you're not expressing your shit, you're not spending time with yourself to figure out how you want to express your shit. If you want to write, if you want to love, if you want to read, if you want to fucking draw, paint, write poems, do spoken word, if you want to be an actor, an actress, a fucking yes and improv motherfucker, if you want to do fucking comedy, if you want to be a creator in any aspect, fucking digital art, like we don't have the luxury to sit on our fucking hands and shrink. We don't have the luxury to sit on our hands and shrink. We got shit to do. So I'm going to play this outro beat. Um, because I think I'm autistic, I find it difficult sometimes to have like small talk with people. And I'll be in public, and because I present like an extrovert, like I have so many fucking things to say and can fucking talk for days about dumbass or smart ass shit, that people think I'm an extrovert, and I get overwhelmed in motherfucking spaces. And small talk is difficult for me. And what's even more difficult for me is like leaving a small talk conversation. And not that this was small talk, but just ending. I usually like in public, and all my life people have thought I was being rude, and I'm coming to the realization that like bitch is autistic. 17 other characteristic fucking things going on that's like pointing like, yeah, but you ain't rude. You different. So sometimes in public, I will be talking to somebody, be at an event, fucking networking. We could be at a fucking gala. We could be in the community at a fucking park. And once I believe the conversation is done, I will literally just like say, "Oh, okay, I'm leaving now." And I didn't like actively, consciously start like realizing that until I did it during Kwanzaa of last year. And I was talking with someone, and you know who you are. I don't know if you want me to share who you are. Not like it's a big deal, but I'm trying to make this motherfucking podcast national. So fucking goddamn, talking to somebody at Kwanzaa, bitch, and I just felt like the conversation was done, and so I said, "Okay, I'm gonna walk off now." And when I walked off, about 5 seconds later, it hit me that like, did you just walk off from that person like that? That probably seemed rude. And so then I like became like overly conscious of like, fuck, was that fucking rude? Oh my gosh, I feel guilty for saying that shit. Go tell like texting like I wasn't fucking trying to say it like that. I can't remember if I texted them or told them, but I definitely made a Facebook status about it to fucking laugh it off because like I'm not trying to be rude, but I didn't know how else to end it. And so I'm saying all that because I don't fucking know how to end this shit. Just fucking cut this shit off. I'm about to play this fucking outro beat once I pull up the music. This is my outro beat. Shout out to Darren Fly Walker Givens. I don't know why I paused like that, but here we go. Episode 1, bitches. Yeah. And we do it for fun, bitches. Yeah. I be rapping cause I got a 6-year-old. And when I wake him up, I do a little joke. And a bitch will never fold. I don't know how to end this shit, so let it go. Oh, oh.